So just to review, the modulatory neurotransmitters, which include acetylcholine, ACH, dopamine, DA, norepinephrine, NE, and serotonin, 5-HT, share a functional role of modulating your level of alertness and arousal. When you're awake, engaged, excited, participatory, you've had your coffee, that can provoke, more activity in these transmitter systems. You're alert and awake, and you've got all the acetylcholine, dopamine, norepinephrine, and serotonin, sort of firing at, regular rates actually here. And if you, however, start to get drowsy, you'll see, drop-offs in the firing rate of these modulatory systems. They share not only a functional role, but there are structural features that underlie, this functional, aspect. They all have brainstem nuclei. Remember the acetylcholine, the cholinergic system, it derives in the brainstem anyway from the PPT. There's also a frontal lobe source, so remember that too. But the dopamine has the VTA and the substantia nigra in the brainstem, which project. And the norepinephrine is in the locus ceruleus. Remember the Soaker hose projections. And then we've also got serotonin from the raphe nuclei. And the other component that allows for this modulatory function is that these brainstem sources, they project axons and release these modulatory transmitters in networks in many, many different parts of the brain. Now, there are some specifics of each of these systems, too, that I would like you to review and be aware of. Aspects of cholinergic function, is essential at the neuromuscular junction in the periphery, for example, and in the central nervous system. That frontal lobe source is really important for cognition and memory. So there are some specifics that you should review in the various videos, but these modulatory transmitters are sometimes posited sort of as they're very, very critical for all these essential functions, etc., but they're a minority of the classical neurotransmitters that are released actually in our brains. The majority of sort of fast excitatory transmission and fast inhibitory transmission is carried out by a different set of neurotransmitters. These are what we call the amino acid neurotransmitters, and we're going to talk about these next.